From the makers of Popcorn Planet comes another YouTube channel? What? I'm Andy Signore, Popcorn Planet, and Steph, this is all your fault. Welcome, Stef the Alter Nerd. All right, Steph, I feel like I got to explain, what is this? What are we doing here? Guys, you guys have been watching my Meghan and Harry coverage like crazy. Steph, it's wild. You always told me, oh, there's a lot of people who care. I never really cared until you kept making me look into it, and then I started looking into it, and then my whole mind was blown when I saw the reality of what these two people are doing, and I've gotten invested. But the problem is, Steph, over on Popcorn Planet, you know, we like to talk about a lot of topics, and YouTube's algorithm doesn't really help. When they tell you you're on a wave, you got to ride that wave, and I got to make Meghan Harry videos all day long. But I know it's dividing some of my other audience members. So I'm like, what do? I don't want to just lean into this wave, even though I want to, right? Something, I only report on stuff that interests me, and I want to ride that wave, but I want to still report on the other things that are out there. So we were talking, Steph and I were talking, and yeah, I want to put the question to you guys. Should the universe expand? Steph, I've never seen a topic like the Royals have so much longevity. Gabby Petito case, Britney Spears, even the Johnny Depp trial, the slap. We've covered so many things that we've written and, you know, brought in new eyeballs, but usually they always sort of die down. But you've been doing this for a while. The Royals seems to have no end. Do you agree?
Absolutely, totally agree. The reason being is because the royal family institution that's lasted hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years and will continue to do so. They're a family like none other. And so they will always cause fascination and intrigue, and there's going to be always something that's happening with the royal family, whether you like it or not, that myself and Andy are interested in. And so, yeah, it makes total sense that we look at considering expanding the Popcorn Planet universe. But yeah, the question really is to you guys, do you want us to do that?
Well, I mean, just so I want to open up the curtain. I want you guys to be involved in this decision, because that's why I put it over here in this channel. I've been hyping it up. But when I look at these views, guys, you guys care. And I'm kind of shocked at times how much you guys care. And then we talk about Colleen Ballinger, and it doesn't do as well. I go back to, it doesn't do as well. But then we go back to Meghan and Harry, and we're getting constant views. Now, every YouTube expert would tell me, Andy, ride it. Just do Meghan, turn your channel into a Meghan channel. But I don't want to do that over there. I hope you guys can respect and understand. Like, I want Popcorn Planet to be a place where, sure, we talk about something for a month or two or whatever, and we come back and we regularly talk about it. But I'd like to be able to cover other topics. And, you know, maybe this is a mistake, Steph. I'll cannibalize my views and I'll lose it, but I'd rather take a chance and not. I feel like there's an opportunity here to give you all what you want. I can continue to do Meghan and Harry coverage here daily and do a video where we react to the Royals, and we would do it here on this channel name to be determined, proper launch to be determined. But I'm basically putting it to you guys. Hit that subscribe button here. Hit the subscribe button to this channel. We need you guys to subscribe. We need you guys to watch this video, play it a couple times, help share it, and tell me what you guys want. Leave a comment down below, engage, because if you guys want it, well, I'm going to deliver it. Otherwise, I'll keep doing some coverage over there. We'll cover other stuff as well. But Steph, you can help explain this too. Like, YouTube sets a bunch of limits. Like, we can only really post 3 videos a day that you get notified on. And it's a whole annoying thing. If I don't do it at within the 24-hour period of when I first upload the first of those 3 videos, you guys don't get notified. And we have tested it. We see videos will die on the vine because we loaded it within that 24-hour period before we were supposed to, and it's frustrating. So this would give us the opportunity to have another place where we could focus on the Royals, and then if something else big happens, we can run and cover the other stuff, but still give you guys what you want here, which is Meghan, Harry, and Royal, and Kate, and William, and Henry. I don't know, I'm still learning. But I think that's part of the appeal here, Steph, is obviously, I also want you guys...
teaching you, mate.
I want you guys to subscribe over to Steph and the Alternative. Really, if you've made it this far and you haven't already, what are you doing? We need to get her to 100K. And this was another thing I want to talk about with you, Steph, because I don't want to step on your toes. We had a long conversation this morning about it. I was fully open, and I took the employee card away and said, Steph, as a friend, I don't want to be now doing this and competing with you. But you made a good point. You said, well, we each have our own different viewpoints. Steph covers it her way and the only way she can. the brilliant way she does. And I hope you guys will go subscribe. In fact, oh, look, I get to subscribe again from the new channel. I just did it. You guys get to watch it there happen. Go subscribe, hit the bell, do all the stuff. But Steph, I mean, do you see this as concern? I wouldn't do this if you did. Do I have your blessing? Do you have any concerns? What are your thoughts?
I have no concerns, and you have 100% my blessing to do this. And so anyone that might be trying to stir up shiz or drama, like, bog off. Like, seriously. If anything, if we're really going to be truthful here, our conversation this morning was, Andy, I'm not too sure. I don't want to step on your toes. And me just 100% being, shut up and let's start this channel now. Like, that was it for me. Because at the end of the day, think about it this way, and this is how I explained it to Andy. Last year, when the Johnny Depp trial was in full swing, everyone, okay, in the Popcorn Planet Network was reporting on the Johnny Depp trial. Myself, Andy, Lewis, Kim, right? But guess what? We all supported each other and we all grew because of that. So this potential new channel here isn't actually stepping on my toes at all, guys, if I'm going to be really honest. It's just another way for Andy and I to support each other, for me to support him as an employee on Popcorn Planet, but for him to also support me on my own channel as Steph the Alter Nerd. So either way, it's a win-win, because I've always said we don't tear each other down, we lift each other up, because that is the way we roll. And so, yeah, you have my full blessing, and I'm so glad I was able to kick your backside enough to get this done today.
But look, to be fair, this has been Steph's stuff. And Steph, even when in the beginning of this, people will probably try and say, oh, Andy's just riding the I never hid my disdain of this couple and the royals. I did not care. I still don't care, but I have weirdly become very curious and invested in this saga. I wouldn't waste my time. And the other thing that annoys me when people say I'm just jumping on bandwagons, I think the audience is really smart and they can tell when someone's disingenuous or doesn't believe in something. Like, I really firmly believe that. So anybody who's criticizing me is calling you guys dummies because you think I'm faking this. And I don't think I am. I don't think you see that as what I mean. Like, I genuinely have a frustration and like there's a reality, like my head exploded hearing some and learning some of these things, Steph. So I think the audience has really come along and enjoyed the journey I've been on to see, to learn the truth, if you will, about what's really going on here and looking at it from a perspective of someone who doesn't really care, an American who has this other viewpoint. I do sort of see the appeal as to why people may be, jumping on this train to watch me react and come to get invested in this story. Am I making sense? Do you see what I'm saying? It's different than, say, yours as someone who lives there.
Yeah, and it comes down to this in terms of this particular point. If I thought that Andy was phoning it in, faking it, just for the views, just for the clout, this, that, and the other, then I won't be encouraging this at all. I won't be giving my blessing. Because the whole situation with the royal family has a Megsy, as I like to call them, Princess Catherine, Prince William, all of them are very, very close to me. I have some very, very strong feelings and a very, very strong attachment to the royals. I am a royalist. So if I thought for one moment that Andy was going to be phoning it in, faking it just for the views and just for the clout, I'd fly over to his house, because I know where he lives now, smack him round head, and then fly back and be like, you're not doing this channel. Shut up. What are you doing?
She would. She really would.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I think that's anything. Anything we cover here is stuff I'm into. And if I'm not into it, I make it very clear. As I did in the beginning of this journey, I just didn't care. It was that car chase. That car chase and the South Park episode were really what South Park set the tone, I think, for the whole world turning on them. Nobody did the satire quite like they did. And then the car chase really just sort of, I think, proved everybody what the criticisms were. And it just was sort of blown out. And that's genuinely when I got interested. I'm like, you faked a car chase after your mom died in a car chase? And I remember Johnny texted me. I thought they were hurt. I was concerned. I was worried. And I'm like, wait, what? They're just saying they were scared? Like, are you serious? It's mind-blowing. So yeah, no, this is all very genuine, and we'll see. And if I get bored of it, maybe I will at some point. We'll stop it. But in the meanwhile, I'm not. And it seems like you guys aren't either, based on these views. And even over on Steph's channel, your views are crazy good on this stuff. They're still doing really well, and they're excelling. I think we can all excel here. And what this would be really helpful for me in is if I can give you the daily royalty, as Steph called it, over here on this channel, it allows me to open up to free up my algorithm and my alerts to cover other stuff. Even if it's less successful, I'd rather do that. Heck, maybe this becomes successful and it helps us, Steph. It frees me from worrying about, oh, is that going to perform? Because you guys are performing over here. Now we got multiple pots brewing. That might actually help us to be able to cover other stuff that sometimes I'm hesitant to, because again, I want the channel to survive, and the algorithm is brutal, guys. It's a really unfair, crazy algorithm. So we're rolling the dice here, but before I do and activate it, we've thrown it to you. Do you want this universe to expand? Do you think this topic is enough? Are there enough of you that are going to come over here and tune in when we upload and tell you the tea? Please let me know. And then for those of you who are like, oh, thank you, Andy, I don't want to hear Meghan Markle anymore. Please, I can't wait to cover everybody. I feel like this can please everybody. Steph, final thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, and I absolutely agree. And in terms of what you could potentially be expecting, you know, it's not just going to be all on, you know, Hazza and Megxie. It'll be on other members of the royal family as well. What are they up to? What's going on? Because it ain't just Hazza and Megxie that's in the royal family. Just to break the news to you, it ain't just them, you know. And we'll be doing collaborations, myself and Andy on the channel, maybe a part 1 on the new expanded universe and part 2 on mine, or, you know, there's going to be so much that we're going to be doing together. So again, just to kind of allay any fears to rest, he is not stepping on my toes. There's no drama at all. And I am absolutely 100% encouraging this.
Hey, yeah, I didn't ask you to say that. I thank you for saying that, because I'm sure someone would have thought it. But Steffi was like, "I'm joining you in this video." So I'm glad we said that, because it is, and I'm glad you said it, because it was important for me personally. And I like to be, I want everyone to know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't want to step on Steph's toes, and I don't think we will. And she's right. You have a different viewpoint, Steph. I could never have Steph's viewpoint. Trust me. I say that with all the most love in the world. She has a viewpoint no one else can have. And that's why it's imperative you go subscribe, because while we grow this channel, I want to grow hers too. We're going to use this as a subathon for both here and there. So go sub to both channels if you haven't already. If you appreciate what we do here in this camaraderie in our community, hit the sub button, hit the bell for alerts, and smash the like button. In fact, you can see her channel right down there, guys. So there's no excuses. You go right to the channel, you hit the sub, and then you go right over here, and then you click Steph the Alter Nerd, and you sub as well. If you want the royalty, those are the channels to go. Obviously, I assume you've done Popcorn Planet. We will cover it. That's the thing we all struggle with. If there's big Meghan and Harry news, we'll still break it and cover it over on Popcorn Planet. Popcorn Planet is, I feel like, the hub for the community, the big breaking news, the big stories, and other stories we want you guys to learn about. I just don't want it to become Meghan and Harry channel, is what I'm trying to avoid. And again, the views would tell me, Andy, make it a Meghan and Harry channel. Look at this. They've been growing. They continue to grow. Even as I feel like the story is wrapping up, you guys are still clicking. So what does that tell me? There's an audience for this. You guys want to hear me react. I got no problem reacting to it. I'm happy to. And so that's what the thought is. So you guys, the ball is in your court. As we say, what are you going to do? Are we going to go British? Are we going to go full royal? It is all up to you. You can make the decision. Go subscribe over to the Royal Popcorn Planet channel, to name and big launch to be determined. But I appreciate all you guys, and thank you, Steph, for opening my eyes to Harry and Meghan and the reality of things.
Welcome to the dark side, brother. Welcome to the dark side.
And yeah, I got lots more thoughts. So stay tuned to Popcorn Planet and Steph the Alter Nerd for all your coverage. And maybe this will be the only video here we post because no one did. Or maybe you'll surprise us. What are you going to do? Hit the sub button and make the call. Let us know in the thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more coverage across our universe. We're a universe now, Steph.
Yeah!